What I have here is a Polish M44, and this one's dated 1952. And looking up information on these, I couldn't find a whole lot about them, and I looked at different sources and different places, and most of them feel that the information there that they were made from 1951 to 1955. Another source said they were made from 1948 through 1962. And there was somebody on a thread that was asking people to send in photos of their Polish M44s showing the date. And through his correlation of them, it did show 51 through 55, with the majority of them being 1952. Based on his data, it's not accurate or confirming that there isn't any that were made in 1948 or after in 1962. It was surprising that he said the majority of them, or the greater percentage, were 1952, meaning were more of them made then, and or more of them that were imported in those dates. So we have that after World War I, the newly formed Republic of Poland began construction of a new arms factory called Fabryka Broni Random, or the Zakale Medalo Luknizik. Now, I doubt if I pronounce those names correctly, but the Zakale Medalo is metalwork and Luznik is archer. So basically it would be like Archer Metalworks. And so they started the factory in building in 1922, and it began production in 1925. And they selected the site in the city of Radom. And there were several advantages to building there. And one, it was on the route from Warsaw to Krakow, plus the railroad from Deblin to Dobrogó Górnicki. And again, I doubt if I pronounced those words correctly. And then also there were numerous metalworks, foundries, and the city power plant was there. Also, there were several vocational schools able to train the technical workforce that was needed. And also there was a high population density coupled with a high unemployment. So they would be able to get a lower unemployment rate by hiring people to work in the factory there. Again, as I said, it was decided in 1922 to build the factory, and it was started in 1923 and is operational in 1925. And then in 1927, it was taken over by a consortium, and it was now being called the State Arms Factory. And also, besides producing the military rifles and different small arms, in the 30s, the factory also made civilian products such as the hunting rifles, steering wheels for the Skull motorcycles, and Archer bicycles. During World War II, when Germany invaded Poland, the factory was captured and was operated under German control. And Radom has a large Jewish community that was 30% of the city's population. So during World War II, a ghetto was made in Radom for nearly 34,000 Jews, most of which died in Treblinka. Then at the end of World War II, the factory was looted and destroyed by the Germans. It was later then rebuilt and became the Zakale Medalo M. General Walteria, or General Walter Metalworks, and it received the factory code, or number 11, within a circle, and that was to prevent confusion with an early factory code number 11. Then in the 1990s, it returned to the old name, the Zakale Medalo Luznik, and became a state-owned with the markings of SA showing that it was state-owned. We'll take a closer look at this, and then I'll bring out my Russian M44 Mosin Nagant and show the difference on those. And this one is missing the bayonet, which I need to find a replacement for. So here's my Russian M44 Mosin Nagant compared with the Polish M44. We'll take a closer look at them together. The one difference up here between my 1944 dated Mosin and the Polish M44 is going to be right here for the bayonet mounting. This has the two, if you want to call it lug. The M44 dated one just has that single, though the 1945 and on, they had the double ones like the Polish here. And looking at them, and I don't know whether it's because of the coloration of my M44 Mosin compared to the Polish, this area through here, this seems a little beefier. I haven't measured it to know if that's just me seeing that or whether it actually is. Also, again, whether it's because of the coloration, this area here and the rise, it just appears to be a little different, a little beefier on this versus this. And I'll turn these over. And here's the other side. And again, like I said, this buttstock area here, the wrist and the buttstock seems a little beefier. You will notice up here on the receiver there is a difference. This is on the Mosin M44, this area right here, and on the Polish, this is what it looks like there. And my Polish is imported marked. The only other difference, let me see if I can hold both of them up for you. And so the difference is up here with the barrel meeting the receiver. My M44 seems more pronounced in through here versus the Polish one. It's more softer, more rounded. Now, I don't know if that's because they had more use versus my Mosin not having it. Also, like right here, softer versus more pronounced. But overall, it's very, very, very similar. So we're gonna go out and shoot a few rounds through the Polish M44, let you see that. And the other thing I was talking about that I said that M44 for the Polish one was beefier or stockier is if you look here, the thinness or thickness on this, and then down through here compared to the Polish, this does appear thicker, beefier. And also, if you're looking right down through there, it does seem beefier. But those are what I can just see offhand that are some of the differences. Another difference is on the rear sight for the groove in it. On the Mosin, it's right there like that, versus on the Polish, it goes all the way down to the slider.